In the year 2093, countless monsters attacking humans appeared out of nowhere. At the same time, crime rates around the world continued to increase at the same time. That's the time when the first superhero in human history, Zero, makes an appearance. He led the first human counterattack and defeated the monsters and dark forces. After Zero's appearance, numerous heroes followed in his footsteps. However, after 5 years of war, Zero disappeared. Zero is now living a normal life as Lin Ji with his sister, who kicked him out to find work. A black-handed level C fugitive criminal attacked and caused public mayhem during a public concert by a famous band. The Shishin band crushed all of them in an instant. However, the Shishin lead vocalist actually paid the leader of the black-handed criminals to do this public stunt, so he could defeat them and increase his hero rank. When Lin Ji enters the scene to handcuff the leader immediately recognizes the handcuff Lin Ji uses, which only senior cops have. When the leader of black-handed criminals thought Mr. Shishin broke their deal and called the cops, he revealed his second transformation, which is stronger and bigger. His second transformation crushed Mr. Shishin in an instant. Another Class E hero who wishes to increase his rank and be an official listed hero, Zhan Chen, enters the scene but just gets crushed by the enemy. Finally, Lin Ji fights the enemy instead and finishes it in one blow. Upon going home, Zhan Chen suddenly barged inside Lin Ji's home and asked him to be his assistant. He invited Lin Ji to take an exam with him to officially get listed as a hero. The heroes are divided from highest to lowest, which are SS, S, and 8 other ranks. Lin Ji invited the examiner to have a duel with him and asked if he could actually beat him. Mr. Yatten, the examiner, fought with Lin Ji on an equal level. Soon, Lin Ji manages to land his final blow on Mr. Yatten and defeat him. Their next exam was a written exam and Lin Ji scored 13, which means he failed it. When an ordinary boy was getting bullied by the anti-Zero examinees who call themselves the Golden Triangle, Lin Ji came to rescue the boy. Another classy hero, Shenjing Buxiao, makes an appearance and scares off the Golden Triangle due to his being renowned as the unlucky ghost, who makes everyone around him unlucky. Lin Ji asks him to be his partner. Shenjing, or Shishin, wreaked havoc on the building with his unluckiness and made all the ceilings fall. They saved all the citizens inside the building and Shishin decided to maintain a distance from the rest of them. Yingxiong, Lin Ji, Shishin, and Zhan Chen were sent on their first mission, which was to defeat Level C criminals. The Level C criminals engaged in illegal biochemical transactions and made giant slime. Lin Ji smashed the slime, but it just got transported to a nearby city. Zhan Chen took the initiative to finish off the monster because he has a new technology he calls the Water Purifier 2000. Zhan Chen managed to purify the giant slime and it broke down into clean water that filled the city. The 4 of them rescued a little girl named Mumu and brought her with them to their house. Later on, Dong Suir, a high-ranking official from the Heroic Association, came to tell them about Mumu. The Genetic Evolution Company sets up charities for neglected children, but their real goal is to accumulate children for their human experiments. Mumu is one of the experiments and the only survivor. As Dong Suir investigated the genetic evolution companies, she found out that the real mastermind behind all of this is the city guard and the president of the Heroic Association, Ouyang Ru. As they take Mumu to shop with them along with Lin Ji's sister, they already expect that the association will soon be sending assassins to fight with them to get the little girl back. As expected, the association first sent the Golden Triangle. Lin Ji, along with Yingxiong and Zhan Chen, easily defeated them. The association sent a female assassin next to Zhan Chen's apartment, but he just scared her off because she thought that he was a pervert. Another level A assassin was sent to Lin Ji's house, where he was easily crushed. However, this assassin had an injection that boosted his physical appearance and strength to level S. Lin Ji finished him off in an instant after threatening to go after his sister and Mumu. As Dong Suir teams up with Lin Ji and his friends to put down Ouyang Ru and the Genetic Evolution Company in one swoop, Dong Suir brings another A-level hero, an ice mage, Xiao Yi. They plan to get the Madness Potion first before it gets spread on the market. Dong Suir fights against Ouyang Ru, while Lin Ji and Zhan Chen fight against the Genetic Evolution Company and Xiao Yi. Together with Yingxiong, fights against Zhu Lij, Ouyang Ru's sniper. Xiao Yi and Yingxiong get beaten into pulp by Lij using the X-Force field, which is used by the international government to detain big criminals. On the other hand, Mr. Gan, who is fighting with Lin Ji, uses a medication to boost his strength, but was still no match for Lin Ji. Zhan Chen uses an emotional approach to defeat the assassin of the Genetic Evolution Company. Shortly, Lin Ji comes to Dong Suir's rescue and help her fight the Ouyang Ru. The president uses medication as well to transform his appearance and boost his strength. Lin Ji still defeated the transformed president and refused to kill him. He landed a blow on him just enough to make him unconscious for days. Their team won against Yingxiong and the Genetic Evolution Company while Yingxiong was still unconscious from his injuries. After a fierce battle with the association, Yingxiong and Zhan Chen are still recovering. However, they will be given special training to improve their skills. Xiao Yi instigated a 1v4 fight with Lin Ji due to his claiming that he could beat them all even if they attacked all at once. Lin Ji surely defeated all of them together. Meanwhile, Ouyang's president makes his move again by gathering his men, which includes several doctors and Dongyang, Suir's brother. As Ouyang dies, Dongyang becomes the new president of the Hero Association of Ace City. Dongyang felt the presence of Lin Ji and his friends eavesdropping, so he asked them to come out. He invites them to join the Dong family for development. Lin Ji claims Dongyang angered him by refusing his offer and claiming a clash between the two of them. After the clash between Lin Ji and Dongyang, Lin Ji asked Shishin to watch over Dong Suir as Dongyang, the new association's president, is somehow connected to the Aoyang family. Meanwhile, after finally enhancing the intelligence of their pet dog, Lin Wan, Lin Ji's sister, met with her admirer Long Wenfeng. He tells her to run away because Lin Wan's professor has ties with the Dong and Aoyang families. They all have ulterior and dangerous motives. On their way home, Lin Ji and Zhan Chen find out that a group of men are watching over Lin Wan's workplace. They are Taiyan troops led by Long Wenfeng, his sister's admirer. Lin Ji gives her sister an alarm necklace to press whenever she is in trouble. As Shishin watches over Dong Suir, a man surrounded by giant bodyguards arrives at her place. This man is Ouyang Zihao, and he is Suir's betrothed fiancé. The League of Muscles, which is led by Ye Tan, arrives to help and rescue Suir from Zihao and his men. However, Zihao's bodyguards were actually robots designed to kill. While Xur can't do anything, these robots have beaten the League of Muscles into pulp. Zihao finds out that they are being watched by Shishin. He immediately inflicts damage from afar on Shishin. Lin Ji finds Shishin and comes to his rescue by destroying all of Zihao's bots. Mr. Jan's former assassin, who has turned to Zero's side, hacks into the Aoyang family's house and gets the entire map of their place. Subir and his team plan to rescue Xur at the time of her engagement ceremony in the Aoyang banquet hall. They executed their plan well and successfully destroyed the Aoyang family's defense system. Zero finds his way to Xur's room and asks her to come with him. However, Xur refuses because she knows that the Aoyang family will go after her friends and hurt them. However, Lin Ji confesses how much Xur is important to him as he finally gets her to agree to come with him. As Lin Ji and Xur try to escape from the Aoyang family's house, they have an encounter with Zihao and his bodyguards. Zihao and Lin Ji made a pact to have a duel in which important stakes are placed. If Zihao wins the duel, Lin Ji will have to give him his fire spirit sword. But if Lin Ji wins, they will be free to go away without any more trouble. The competition starts with several notable guests from the Aoyang family watching. The fight starts when both are still warming up themselves. However, not being able to land any hits on Lin Ji, Zihao uses much bigger attacks, which Lin Ji counters with ease. Finally, Zihao resorts to his last option. He releases a forbidden scroll that creates a large explosion and increases his strength. The Ouyang elders got mad at Zihao for resorting to forbidden curses. However, leaving Lin Ji slightly scathed from the explosion, he finishes Zihao with just one blow from his spear. Just when Lin Ji's team thought it was finally over, a mysterious man floating in the air who calls himself a god appeared and created a dimensional space where only him and Lin Ji were able to move. This man was Dongyang, who used medications to boost his strength. Dongyang showed his supreme and broad powers, which affected the whole city as well as the neighboring cities. He triggered Lin Ji into transforming into Zero by mentioning his little sister. This way, Dongyang stood no chance of Zero. Zero's powers have cut even through space. He broke down Dongyang's dimensional space and hit him with double judgment and redemption, powerful techniques he used when he was still actively roaming as Zero. Dongyang finally recognized who Lin Ji truly was, and he was happy to die in his hands.